What's up, guys? Shogi here, back with another video, and I wanted to talk to you today about rowing and what I did at practice today. And I just got a new text message. Let's actually see who it's from. Oh, lols! I just texted myself from my dad's phone with a picture to use as a thumbnail for my unboxing of those yellow dragon sleeves or dragon shields. Well, dragon shield sleeves, but I promise that video is entertaining. It may sound retarded, but if you watch it, you'll have a good time. That's kind of my goal for all my videos. Even if you don't think it's going to be awesome, you'll still watch it all the way through and will have appreciated watching it. But today, my coach for the novice boys, he's out of town because his mom's having her 80th birthday on Sunday, which I don't know when you're watching this, maybe in a couple days, maybe Sunday, but it's Friday, 7:11 p.m. to be, 7:11. That rhymes. But there were only, I'd say 5 novice boys. No, maybe 6 or 7. But there was one coxswain, which is the kid that sits in the boat and steers and yells at you. And then one of them had already rowed a 5K, which is what we were told to do. Our coach had texted the varsity coach. He said the novice boys were to row a 5K if they haven't already. So the one that had already rowed a 5K went out on the water, and the rest of us rowed a 5K, right? And to put into perspective, maybe, well, all of you should know what a 5K is because most of you have probably run a 5K, if not jogged a 5K before. But in case you're one of the kids that I rode with today, and you asked the question, how many meters are in a 5-kilometer race? First of all, slap yourself. Secondly, the answer is 5,000. 5K, I don't know how much self-explanatory you can get, but if you... I don't know why. If you don't know that K stands for 1,000, then you need to go to school because 5K is clearly 5,000 meters. So this kid, he asks how many meters are in a 5K, and we're all like, oh my Christ, this kid's an idiot. And then the worst part is, another kid that actually goes to the same school coincidentally. The guy that asked it first is an 8th grader. Then the 7th grader is our coxswain. He's like 80 pounds, like 4'7". He's really small. It's hyper all the time. I don't understand it. He bounces off walls. It's crazy. But the 7th grader then asks right after that. I swear he didn't hear the guy that asked first. He asked how many meters are on a 5K. So I don't know what it is with the school that they go to and why they aren't exposed to math. But it should be a standard in any school. Mathematics. They'd never heard of it. So 5K. Rowing, you're going to row a little bit slower than you run your fastest, and 5K is probably the longest distance you'll ever really row competitively. Some people have maybe 6Ks. They'll keep track of the records in the club. We have a board of records at my boathouse, and we keep track of how far someone's rowed in 20 minutes. That's a record. The fastest 2K that we have. And then the fastest 6K that we have. And of course we have that through different age divisions, the novice and varsity, men and women of course. But a 5K is like fall races. That's like a long competitive race. I don't think I've ever heard of a race where you row 6K. So I'm not sure as to why we really keep track of that record. But for this commentary's purposes only, 5K is the longest distance you're ever going to row competitively. And I really just wasn't feeling a 5K. I just had a brownie because I baked some 2 nights ago with walnuts, and I was just like, man, I really want a brownie. And I noticed that my ride was here, so I scarfed a brownie and went to rowing. So I already wasn't feeling a 5K, but I went ahead and stepped up to the plate. And a fast 5K, it's around 20 minutes. I mean, that's keeping it like a 2 minute for every 500 meters. The hardest I've ever pulled, I think I pulled 2 strokes at like a 1:21 for 1 minute 21 seconds for every 500 meters. I only took that for like 2 strokes because I was doing a 100-meter sprint with some guys, and just for fun, But I ended up pulling a 156 split or average split for 500 meters for this 5,000 meter piece on the rowing machine, and that ended up being, it was like 19 minutes 27 seconds or something like that. And I finished right. The way I gauge how hard I row is I try to finish and not be able to talk, right? And I couldn't talk after this. I really had slowed down at the end. I mean, I just had a brownie. I honestly wasn't very hydrated, so I could have gone harder. I mean, everyone always says that, and I mean, everyone's right. You can always push yourself harder, which is why people get better. But I pulled a 156, and I walk out. And we have this little water fountain outside our boathouse that's connected to like the park's water because it's inside of a city park or a state park. And I'm getting a drink like, oh my gosh, like it's hard for me to swallow because I had cotton mouth so bad because I was dehydrated. And the 8th grader that asked how many meters run a 5K walks out maybe 20 seconds after I'm done. And everyone, I swear everyone, because I was talking to everyone afterwards, everyone's like, man, I guess he just gave up on his 5K. And he walks up, he's like, oh, hey, how you doing? How'd you do? And I can't talk, right, because I'm so out of breath. I'm still breathing really hard. I don't have asthma, but my mom had asthma, and I don't know what was passed down to me, but I don't think I have asthma. I'm actually like positive I don't, but I like kind of wheeze if I'm super exhausted, and I couldn't really talk, so I just gave him a thumbs up. Come to find out, this kid was pulling an average of 33 strokes a minute for almost 20 minutes for his 5K. Granted, the guy that was watching us, who is an alum of my crew program, said they was taking really short strokes. But this kid, he really sucks at rowing. Like, on the water, he sucks. And unfortunately, my coach really gauges pretty much everything on our erg scores, so he'll probably get ranked up a boat, which is, I mean, good for him, because I'm probably going to get ranked up a boat as well, which is a totally other topic that I could rant about while I'm in the B boat. But he walks out, and everyone's like, I guess he gave up on his 2K. And I walk back in, check his erg. The kid had been pulling, like, a second average split, like, less than me. And his average stroke rating was freaking 1.5 times mine, nearly. I was rowing a 24 strokes a minute average pace, and that's actually really slow, like 24 strokes a minute. To give you some perspective again, like Olympic rowers, like this is maybe a bad comparison because Olympic rowers are the best in the entire world at rowing for the sport, but they'll sit at 40 strokes a minute for 2K, and 2K is when you're going all out the whole time. All right, this kid was going 33 for 2.5 times that distance, and I was so confused as to how this kid put up with that. Because 33 strokes a minute, you are coming up and off that catch so fast. Like, I was trying to keep, I didn't want to fall below a 22 ever. Like, 2,000 of my 5,000 meters, I was averaging like a 22 stroke rating. This kid's sitting at 33 the whole time. We were all so confused as to how, like, he was so close to me. And, gosh, that's my story. The same kid that asks how many meters are in a 2K, or a 5K, almost beat me. And, I had the fastest time on the novice team, I should say, at least. So, gosh, people can surprise you. I guess that's the moral of the story. Don't undermine people's abilities or underestimate people. And I guess I'm gonna go shower for a little bit and maybe go see Iron Man 3.
Mein Kopf ist das einzige Tool im Bewusstsein, es gibt keinen zweiten Versuch hier. Ich spring auf den Zug, schreib es ins Buch und Beat philosophieren, vergeht Zeit wie im Flug.